Well, that's 2 strikes. Let's see what happens on the 3rd. The aftermath. Here we go.
Okay. And it's being slow on me. Hold on a second. Alright, here we go. After the murder, Mr. Diggins went into one of the classrooms. A little later, he went outside and left the floor. I stayed in the room for a little while, waited to see what would happen. I looked outside and noticed the murder scene was being cleaned up. After that, I left for home. Okay, see, this is lagging on me. Hold on a sec.
It should clear up soon. It usually does.
It's the freaking chat I am. They're spamming it.
What is it?
It's the chat I'm in.
Oh, well, get out of it.
Let's try D&D. I'm gonna try D&D.
Yeah, yeah, do that.
Alright.
So, the defendant went into one of the rooms. This confirms what was mentioned yesterday in court. Now then, your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
I think this testimony will be the key to finally get things rolling. And I think I know what's going to come of it. I've got a bit of an idea of what
I think I do.
Yeah. Let's see. After the murder, Mr. Diggins went into one of the classrooms. Okay. A little later, he went outside and left the floor. I stayed in the room for a little while and waited to see what would happen. Looked outside and noticed the murder scene was being cleaned up. I want to press that.
That was Mr. Oates.
I want to press that. I want to see what he says.
Yes.
Hold it! The murder scene was being cleaned up?
Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I was really surprised to see him doing that. I mean, a murder was just committed and he had the nerve to clean that mess.
He's being kind of vague here. I think I need to do some digging. He was cleaning?
Yes, he was.
You say
yes.
he. Who are you talking about?
Ugh, this chat. Why? What else? Who else do you think I'm talking about? I'm talking about the custodian, Mr. Diggins. Hold on. After the murder, he came back to clean the mess he made.
So the defendant cleaned the mess after he committed the crime.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Yup, something is definitely wrong here. Yeah. I know for a fact that's not true. We all know. We determined this last time.
It was Mr. Oates who was cleaning the mess.
Yep. Stuart just made a slip-up. A big one. I'm sorry to say this, but what the witness has said could not have happened.
What? How so?
Because it could not have been the defendant who cleaned up that mess that night. It
was Mr. Oates!
Mr. Oates! Take that! The person who actually cleaned the mess that night was the assistant principal, Mr. Oates.
What?
The assistant principal? Oh, yes! I nearly forgot about that.
You idiot!
Of course you did, Judge. Of course you did. I'm not the least bit surprised he did.
That idiot, Mr. Judge! I told you we did. Huh? Well, wait a minute. How could you say that? It couldn't have been Mr. Oates. He cares so much for this girl. You're just making things up again. Tell Mr. Hawk. Uh-oh.
He's not lying, Stuart.
What?
Yesterday in court, Mr. Oates admitted he took the body and brought it down to D1. And after that, he cleaned the mess on the 2nd floor.
Thank you, Mr. Hawk. Thank you. No way!
Yesterday's proceedings weren't told to the general the general public. That was another.
The general public.
Sorry. To To the general public. There we go. So no one from the school knew of what had transpired yesterday. That is true. When we talked with Miss Strictly, she had no idea what had happened.
But why did the witness make such a mistake? I mean, he was in the hallway after the murder.
Ooh.
It's finally come down to this. I'm sorry, Stuart. Your Honor?
Yes, Mr. Wright?
Today, the witness has made a number of mistakes on the stand. 1. He got the description of the defendant wrong. 2. He described the events of the murder backwards. And 3. He mistook Mr. Oates, who was cleaning up after the murder, as Mr. Diggins.
But it was dark in the hallway. Couldn't he have mistaken the defendant with the assistant principal?
That I highly doubt, Your Honor. There is a huge difference in appearance between the two. There's no way you can mistake one for the other. He intentionally made up what he saw. And for what purpose, you ask? To solely accuse the defendant of murder. The witness was obviously lying, and I know why.
But why would this boy lie about what he saw that night?
Because he's the murderer!
Let's do it!
The reason Stuart would lie is because he's the real murderer!
What?
Are you kidding me?
I wish I was.
Oh shit!
I wish
Stuart,
I was.
You are going to jail!
Order! Mr. Wright! You intend to indict the boy?
Yes, Your Honor. If it wasn't Mr. Diggins or Mr. Oates, then it had to be Stuart.
Hold on, it's going on. I would never!
Objection!
So, you like picking on kids? I thought you had high standards, Mr. Wright. I'm not trying to do anything of the sort. As it stands right now, the witness is the only one likely to kill the victim. Alright. Let's recall something from yesterday, shall we?
No, I am quite sure they went through a classroom. If they had gone up through the outside door, I would have seen them out through... I would have seen them through outside the window.
The suspects fleeing of the crime scene?
The witness today mentioned this as well.
That's right. Now, if one is going to get back in a classroom, they need to open the door.
Well, yes, but...
However, the doors in the school were made to be locked even after being opened. If Stuart went outside the room to commit the murder, how did he get back in the classroom? He certainly doesn't have a custodian's key to get in.
Oh, I see.
God, he got me again! But we do have a problem. How did Stuart get back into the room if he didn't have any school keys?
Well, Nick, do we have any evidence to help figure this out?
No, I don't think we do. There must be something, though. Maybe there's something in that room. I think I know!
The doorstop!
Yep.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you explain how the boy got back in the classroom?
I don't have any evidence, but if we can recall the outside of D205, there may be something that the witness used to get back in. And I point this!
The doorstep!
Take that! Inside the room, there is a doorstop.
A doorstop?
A small peg used to hold the door open. If Stuart went outside to commit the murder and needed to get back in, all he needed to do was use that.
Objection!
You don't have any proof he did that. Besides, the assistant principal said the door was shut.
Objection!
Actually, he never said that the door was shut.
What?
Think about it. If you took the peg and placed it where the door shut, it would look closed, especially in a dark hallway.
Oh.
It would be hard to tell if the door was even cracked open.
It assistant principal did say that he saw the suspect go through the door, but he never actually said it was shut beforehand. Besides that, the hallway was quite dark. It would be hard to tell.
Ah! That did it. I finally managed to score a hit on Hawk. With that, I think everything is falling into place. Huh?
This all sounds a bit convoluted. If I was a teacher, I'd give your story a 35% Mr. Right.
We're not in school, kid.
Wanting to get your client off the hook is one thing, but you forgot something very important when you made this accusation. Motive. We already have the motive.
Motive?
The motive.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Ah, the old M word rears its ugly head in this case.
We already have a motive.
Oh, yes.
I don't know why you think I'd want to kill Lyle. But I can tell you that I have absolutely no reason to want to.
Oh, is that so?
Well, we have the fucking call-out note.
Without a motive, this young man cannot be considered a murderer.
Yep, this is a big problem. Lyle was definitely targeted that night, so someone was out to get him.
What do we do, Nick? If Stuart has no motive...
Then we need a search for one.
But how?
Leave it to me. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that the witness give another testimony.
Another testimony? About what?
We would like to hear about the relationship between the victim and the witness.
Oh!
That shouldn't be a problem. Stuart, can you tell us about you and Lyle?
Well, sure, but don't expect much. Don't expect much. Lyle and I had nothing in common with each other. Oh,
Is that right?
I wouldn't think so.
I wouldn't be so sure about that, kid. Lyle and Stuart. Okay, one more testimony. Here we go.
Here we go. Lyle and I had absolutely nothing in common. I'm more into studies and hard work. And I heard that Lyle was nothing but an obnoxious brat. Till after that, we never even had a class together. Wait a minute. They did have a class together, because how would they know how to study? How would they know?
Hold on. We'll get to that.
Okay. So you say, I have no motive to want Lyle dead. And we gotta press on that one. It's not like I knew he was going to be in school that night, right? Or this one. Press on one of them. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing.
I'm thinking of pressing that one too.
Yes.
It sounds like the two of you didn't know each other at all.
Hold on.
Ring, ring.
Phone! Okay. Well, I can't speak for Lyle, but I can tell you he was a complete stranger to me. You see, Mr. White, there was nothing between us at all.
You don't seem convinced, Mr. Wright. I'm sure after your cross-examination, you will be. Yes, indeed. Let's have your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Okay.
Here we go. We know what to do.
I got something I want to question. Let's see. Nothing in common. No. More into studies and hard work. No. Heard that Lyle was nothing but a... Well, we knew that much. To add to that, we never had a class together. Okay. I can buy that. So you see, I have no motive to want Lyle dead. I wouldn't be so sure, but...
Or press it.
Okay, we'll press this one. Hold it! Can you really be sure of that? Lyle was a school delinquent. Maybe he bullied you at one time.
Objection!
I've talked with the school staff yesterday about Lyle's misdeeds. He antagonized many children, but Stuart's name never came up.
If Lyle didn't bother Stuart at all, then this cross-examination is just a waste of time. Maybe it's something the school staff doesn't know about.
Ooh. It's... Oh, wait.
Yeah, it's not like he knew it was going to be a school. Let's press that.
Yeah.
You didn't know he was at the school that night?
It was coincidence that he was on the same floor I was studying on. So you say, Mr. White, I have nothing to do with the murder.
You can't make it any clearer than that. I think we should stop the charade and end it here.
Nick, if Lyle and Stuart have nothing in common at all,
Then there's no motive for Stuart wanting Lyle dead.
do you think we've been wrong this whole time?
No, I'm sure that Stuart is the murderer. Right now, we can't prove a motive outright. What we need is a key to open up that path.
I know. How are we going to do that?
Don't worry. I'm sure there's some evidence to help us figure it out. Let's take a quick look. Alright. We know
It's
we
the
have...
call-out note. I think it's the call-out note. See, what I think is important in this testimony is the call-out note and the photo. That photo.
Let's see.
That's definitely Stuart.
Yeah, that's Stuart. You spray
Oh yeah,
cans
we
were
proved that. Oh, we proved that the other part that he did it.
We just got to figure out which part to press. Let's see. Let's go back. See, I was almost tempted to press. I'm almost tempted to press to present.
I want the call-out note.
the call out note, but we don't know that was him that wrote it, so it might be too early to use to use that. I'll tell you what. Let's press some of the other statements and see what we can find out. Well, I absolutely comment. More into studies and hard work. And I heard that Lyle was nothing but an obnoxious brat.
I think you should press that
Yeah.
one.
You two are in the same grade, but we're never in the same class?
Yes, that's right. I never been in the same class with Lyle. I think they tried to keep him with all the kids like him.
I've looked into the class records and have verified
Ooh.
that neither of these boys have attended the same class. That just makes things harder. There has to be a connection between Lyle and Stuart.
So you see, I have no motive to want Lyle dead. See, I think this is the part where we need to present that call-out note. Oh!
I want to say this photo. It's either the graffiti photo or the call-out.
Call-out note.
Damn it. I don't want to get this wrong.
We only have like... Well, we still have a ton of stuff here. That's the thing.
Alright, let's play it safe and let's press everything else. Let's try this one. You're sure? You never even exchanged words with each other.
Oh, okay. Not at all. We may have seen each other in the hallways once or twice, but only enough to be another face in the crowd.
Another face in the crowd, eh? That sure doesn't sound like they knew each other at all. More into studies. Okay. You really seem to pride yourself as being a smart kid.
That's right, I do have the highest grades in the school. The teachers in each class I go to are always happy to have me. There's not one test I've taken that has lower than 100%.
Wow. Really? What sort of tests have you gotten a 100% on?
Let's say math, English, social studies, science, biology, cooking, sewing, art, Spanish, French, woodshop, ticket, literature, writing, Japanese, daycare.
How many tests has this kid taken?
He's taking Japanese.
Wow. Press this one. Obnoxious?
I don't mean to slander the victim, but this is all of what I heard of. No one had anything nice to say about him, that's true.
True, true. We heard a lot about the boy. It seems trouble is all that he craved.
It's too bad he didn't want to turn around and become a better person. Perhaps this tragedy would never have befallen him.
You're right. Things would have been better if he was a bit nicer.
To add to that,
Oh, sorry.
let's see. So you see, I have no motive to want Lyle dead.
See.
It's not like I knew he was going to be in school. I still want to present this. Not this, but the note.
I think, why don't we just, like, play it all and just do it?
Let's try it. Objection! Oh, wow, that was the right one. Okay.
I told you!
Okay! Alright, cool. Stuart, I think you did know that Lyle was going to be on D2.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Yesterday, the custodial staff were told to clean out Lyle's locker. Inside was a note written to the victim. This note right here.
A note? What does it say?
It says, come to the hallway on D2 around 8 p.m. on the 14th.
Oh!
I have some juicy news that'll get you into the newspaper club for sure. Lyle obviously followed the instructions in this letter. He did show up on D2 that night. And I think it was the witness who wrote this letter.
Objection! That note could have been written by anyone. What makes you so sure it was the witness who sent it to him?
The picture!
Because of this. Take that!
Yes!
There we go. If you keep reading the letter, it has this to say. And bring the photo you took. I'll want that in exchange for the info. That photo the note is referring to is this.
Oh shit.
What do we have here? Why, isn't that the blue badger?
It's a photograph of someone who looks like they're spraying the school's walls.
You mean that graffiti up front at the school?
And the person who sprayed the graffiti on the walls is none other than...
Stuart Deadly!